In lesson 84, we're going to look at different types of systems. There's three different types. The first one is consistent. Now, this all makes sense. You've done all this before. It's just adding a term to it. Consistent equations are two lines that intersect at one point. So if I had a graph, all right, if I had a line right there and a line right there, they intersect at one point. Therefore, they would be consistent. That's all it is. The second one is dependent system. A dependent system, okay, would mean that you would have the same line. All right, so say your line looks like that. Well, that's both lines. All right, there's two lines with the same slope and y-intercept. That would be a dependent system. And then the last one is an inconsistent system. And that would just mean that there is no solution and the lines would be parallel. They would never intersect. That's inconsistent. So let's look at a practice problem and how we would use this. It says, are these two equations consistent, dependent, or inconsistent? Which one would they be? In order to find out, you solve for y. So if I'm solving for y, what I'm going to do here is I am going to, I'm going to subtract, move over here. I'm going to subtract 3x to get negative y equals negative 3x plus 2. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. And that would give me y equals 3x minus 2, because I have to change all the signs. So it becomes a positive, and it becomes a negative. So now we got y by itself. Now we need to look at this line. All we got to do here is divide by 2. So we get y equals 3x plus 5 over 2. Now, are these consistent? Do they intersect at one point? The way you would know that, they would have to have different slopes. Well, these actually have the same slope. So therefore, it cannot be that one. Can it be dependent, meaning it's the same line? Well, they have the same slope, but they do not have the same y-intercept. So it's close, because negative 2 is close to, well, actually it's not negative, but it cannot be dependent. It's got to have the same slope and y-intercept. Inconsistent means you have parallel lines. Well, my slope here is 3 on both of them, so we know that it's parallel, different y-intercept, so it would be an inconsistent system. And that's all you have to do for lesson 84.